Hey everyone, Hunter here for LEGO Studios. Welcome to this week's episode of Building Hoth. This is week 10 or episode 10, whichever way you prefer saying it. And in this week, we had a few changes. Now, in the progress of the mock, I got a bit done, especially on some parts that I completely forgot that I was wanting to do in the mock, and I wasn't actually planning on doing, because all this week I was expecting to do was building bricks under that to make way for the plates and all that when I get more plates, so I could just press them on. That's all I was expecting to do, which I did. As you can see right there, I added some, which I'll get into in a second. But when I looked at the plans, I was looking over them again because I had to move them for a sec. Which again, the reason why I had to move them was for the odd reason why this looks a bit different than previous episodes. But I was looking at it, and I remember on the instructions right here, focus, I had this little, not crater, but this little, it's not wanting to focus, but these little lines right here. There's like this little crevice or little bulge that I was wanting to put on the map or on the mock. And basically what that was supposed to be was a little like, a snow, not a snow drift, but a little, like one brick high and a little bit of another plate high, and that was just supposed to be like a little mass in the mock. But I was like, I kind of forgot about that, and I was like, okay, I still kind of want to add that. And when I decided not to do the brick high and another brick high and then a plate or higher, just because I still technically could do that, but I was like, actually, I prefer this way, where it's a stud lower, and that's why you can see in this little corner, a little rock work. I actually quite like the rock work I did on this mock, or not on the full mock, but on the way I did it, which I'll show in a sec. I do need to explain why the background looks a lot different, is because the past few days, I've been rearranging the entire room. And basically, the way with what I had the original situation, I had a white cabinet right there, and that held in my instructions, my comics, my a few little Lego stuff, and my movies. And I was like, okay, this thing is falling apart. I need to get this off. It also had my Slave 1 UCS set and my buildable figures on top of it. I'm like, okay, this is going to fall apart eventually, and I don't want the Slave 1 to come crashing down and have my hopes and dreams destroyed. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to take this down. And I did. I took it apart. I literally threw it away. I was like, this is no use. That opened up a lot of space. But beforehand, I had so little space. These two tables were in the middle, basically the middle of the room. I had my review station that's behind me right now. Right next to it, I only had about that much space between these two tables and the review station. That's why in some of my reviews I sound a bit cramped, because I was. Now I have all this space. I kid you not. This is going to be by its own separate video, just because it opens up a lot, which is quite nice. So the reviews are going to be a bit more comfortable. So basically, after moving that, I moved these tables. Now this is going to be the official place. What's nice about it is I now have plenty of room to add the third table. Plenty of room. And even when I add the third table, I'm going to have plenty of room for my review station. So that excites me, especially when we get to section 3. Now, back to the mock. I just wanted to explain why that looks different, and why it just doesn't look right like the previous ones. That is why. So, into the progress of the mock, I got, again, some work done that I wasn't planning on it. I, of course, did get some more bricks down. Over there, I went into my collection, found some more bricks. A lot of, as you can tell, dark red, some brown, and some gray. So, I was able to make 3 layers right there. I did a little on the trenches right there, just because I found some more whites and gray, 1 by 2 house slopes, and I was able to do a little work, not much. I also figured out after literally working on the little I don't want to call it a ditch because it's too big to be a ditch, but the little spot that I'll show in a sec. I was like, okay, I love the rock work on this, but it looks a bit odd when put next to the trench. So I went on this side and added some like dark gray spots, some more light gray like edges, some more over there. The reason why I did that, I was like, okay, so this adds a little bit more rockiness to it, not completely full-on white snow. So I also want to say that I did add some more right there. See that gray, 4 gray bricks. Basically, I also put up that little one layer of the bricks. That way I can put the plates on that. And so literally that's done. This whole 2 base plates right there, that's all done. And I also added some more white 6x6 plates. Now the reason why I was able to do this, in last episode I was like, okay, I ran out, I was completely out. That is true. Basically, I was like, I'm completely out, I'm gonna have to purchase more. And no, I did not purchase more, but before I wanted a perfect square, because it was like that final layer right there, there's like 2 spots missing in it, and I was like, okay, I want to make a perfect square, that way it looks a lot nicer than it was. So I basically took that far corner piece right there, switched it out, and then there's like one over there that was like basically covered. I was like, okay, that it doesn't bother it. And then the area right here, I used less of them because I used the 4x6 white plates for that little area, so that helped me out. And that way I was able to add a bit more. That this base plate is actually almost full. I just need to finish that one row of plates and that base plate's complete. But it looks quite nice when zooming out to that. It just looks quite nice. Now, the big progress. Okay, so like I mentioned, I was I don't want to showcase it yet. Basically, during the week before I started moving around everything, I was sitting down. I was like, okay, I need to work on Hoth for a bit. That way I can get some work done for this segment, because I was like, I wanted to do the segment. I didn't want to push it out, because if you guys didn't know, this Saturday, also this video is going to be going up on Friday instead of Saturday. I'm actually recording it this Thursday because this Friday I am leaving to Chicago for Brickworld Chicago. That was a special convention. I meant to do a full video on it, but I was a bit busy. So that is the convention I'm going. I'm going Saturday, and Sunday I'm going to the actual Lego land, or the Lego store in Chicago. That's where I'm going to buy some parts. I'm going to be hopefully purchasing a lot of parts. But basically, I'm going to Brickworld Chicago. It was like, okay, so I want to do Hoth. I don't want to skip out this week. And so I'm doing this Thursday, and I'm going to be releasing the video Friday instead of, my normal Saturday due date. And I was like, okay, so I want to do this. What should I do for this video to be special and not be, oh, hey, I put some more bricks down. I wanted to do something special. I got a notification saying that Rich Boy J was live, and he and Garrett were building. I'm like, okay, I'll watch them while I do some work. And so I started watching that. I looked at the instructions. I'm like, okay, I can make this. And so while I was watching the video, I did that. So that is not the same level. That on camera it kind of looks like it's the same level. That's just a little mound. No, that is a full brick higher than the actual level. So that is the plate. That is another brick under. And I love the way it looks. On camera, it literally looks that they're on the same height, and these are just little rocks. No, they are actually a brick down. As you can see in the lower area, that's right there, and then it goes a brick down. I basically used a lot of slopes to give it a little rocky looking. I put cheese slopes, regular 1x1 tiles, some other pieces, normal 1x1 tiles with the stud, the actual stud, and just a lot of work. There's some gray slopes, some white slopes, some light gray slopes. It just looks. I love the way this looks. I'm gonna scoot this over. I also have Darth Vader and 2 snow troopers right there. I was like, I quite like that. So that's what it looks like. Get a better look of it. Basically, it's a combination of these, and I quite like it how it ends up looking. I was like, originally, again, I wanted to do a full-on mound where this would be another brick higher. I was like, I technically could have done that because if I literally do it in the same shape, I have enough. And I actually still have a bunch more of the white and gray ones. I was like, I could have done that, but I was like, I quite like it actually being a little under. It gives it a little dimension in the mock. Because if it goes higher, the trenches would look a little small compared to the giant mound. And I didn't want this to be super low because if it was lower than what it is, it would look like a tinier trench, or it would also mess with the Technic pin thing right there. If it goes another brick lower, it would only have 1 Technic pin holder, and I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of that. So, I like it at the height it is. That's also how I was able to get some more bricks, because I lowered it another brick, or a few bricks. That's why I put more on that side. And that's also how I got some more 6x6 plates, because I fixed it and put some 4x6s on around the side, and then like these whole areas, that's just 6x6. So I was able to get quite a few from them. I love the look of this. You guys might not think it's too much, but I quite like it. Now, it is smaller than I drew it out on paper. Originally, it was supposed to actually extend to the point where... Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera. It was actually supposed to extend, excuse my wording, up to there. So, originally, it was supposed to go all the way over there. That's how I had it in on the paper. It was actually supposed to go to the end of this base plate. But I was like, that's a little too big in my opinion. Technically, I still could have gone farther. But I was like, I think that's just going to be too big. And it's going to be bigger, especially on this side. It's a little small on that side. But I'm going to probably extend it more onto this base plate. So basically, I have a feeling it's going to continue to go right there. Basically less than halfway on the trench, on the other 2 base plates. It's going to extend some more. I also thought about doing it where it goes all the way, basically, take this again, basically all the way from here, all the way down here. That way, like, this whole section is, like, under. I thought about doing that, but I'm like, that's gonna look a bit odd in my opinion. So I'm gonna keep it a smaller but decent size of it. I quite like it. Also, on when I go to Brick World or the actual Legoland to buy Legos, I'm gonna be buying some specific stuff. Hopefully, I know they have white bricks, so I'm gonna stock up. I'm gonna buy a pap cup full of them. I'm going to be hopefully picking up quite a bit of the 1x1 tiles and cheese slopes in white. Some more, maybe some more under bricks or filler bricks. That's the word. Hopefully they have some more of those at the store. The 4x4 roof tiles. I don't know if they will. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and find out. I'm going there Sunday. Then I'm going to pick up a little bit of tan bricks, basically enough to finish that area right there, because that whole, fingers not on camera, that whole area still needs two more brick-sized layer, and then that right there is still missing one whole brick. So I'm gonna get enough. I'm gonna count how many bricks I need, and then I'm gonna write it down. That way I know how many I need. And then I'm going to open up the 2 final base plates before I leave. Put them on both sides so I can get an estimate on how big, well, not how big, but how much more I need to finish the actual trench bottom. So I'm quite happy with this. The mock's looking really great so far. I got a bit of progress. Again, progress that I was not expecting to do this week, just because I was just planning to put more bricks down and call that an episode. But I was like, I kind of want to do something, more. I didn't want to just cheap out with bricks or placing bricks. I know that sometimes might have to be the matter, but when I can do more, I'm gonna do more. So I'm excited for this weekend and to get more parts. Next week, you guys hopefully should see everything that I bought. Everything I buy should be a separate video. But hope you guys did enjoy this week's episode. It's a bit lengthier. Again, I should be going back to the normal intro where I am on camera and then we go to this video and edit it out. I was actually planning on doing it for this episode, but I was like, okay, I'm a bit stressed on time because I have to finish packing and a few other things. But I love the way the mock's coming out. I hope you guys are as well. Now, again, this is coming close to the end because I should, at the end of this week, have enough filler brick to finish the underside of this. I should have enough white bricks to finish both walls on the side. So this section is getting close. This is actually section 2, not section 1. Section 2 is actually coming close to an end. So let me know whether you want me to do section 3 or 1. And my number system is kind of off. The reason why I did section 2 first was I was like, I really want to start the trenches. I really want to look at see how that's going to end up looking. I kind of want to do section 1, and I have a feeling that's what I'm going to end up doing, just because that way I can start saving up for Echo Base and all that. And if I do section 1 next, I'm going to push these guys onto that table, basically move everything off of that, and work on this. And then when we get to Echo Base, I'm going to get another table and work on a different part. So I think that's going to be it. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, definitely hit the like button. As well as stay tuned for next week's video of Building Hoth. And as well as stay tuned for some more videos. I'm going to be hooking up with Rich Boy J, Garrett Bricks, Brick Wiz, and a few other YouTubers at Brick World. I'm really excited. I've been waiting for a whole month to meet these guys. Maybe a little over a month. I found out that a few of these people were going. I found out months back that Rich Boy J and Garrett were going, and I'm like, okay, I really want to go meet these guys. So it is happening. I'm super excited to meet those guys, and I'm just excited for this Brick World. I've only been there once, back in 2015. I haven't been there in a while, so I'm excited to go. So definitely stay tuned for content there. I'm going to be taking pictures. I'm going to be recording some stuff. I already talked to Jay and Garrett and Brickwiz if I can get some pictures and a few videos with them, and they said they're up with it. They're up for it. So I'm quite excited. Definitely stay tuned for this weekend. So I think that's going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you are at all new to this channel and want to become part of this LEGO Hoth session and all that, definitely hit the subscribe button. And let me know in the comment section below what you think of that, the little, I'm going to call it a ditch for now. I can't think of the word right now. But let me know in the comment section what you think of that and the progress this week. So I think that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Bye-bye.